Hey, Pathfinders, how's it going? How are you? What are you up to? Thank you so much for joining Like the Path podcast again. I'm your host, Deborah the Queen. And look, y'all gonna absolutely love this because guess what? This is about to be a 5-part series. So you are at the inception of it. So I am so thankful you're here. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so that way you can be notified each and every time an episode is released. You won't get inundated, but you don't want to miss this series. Listen, I have a returning guest here from Light the Path podcast, and he's dope. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all first. He's a Morehouse man. Let me read a little bit more about him. He's a Morehouse man. He's a poet, entrepreneur, environmentalist, and a dreamer. Y'all help me welcome Qualon back to the show. Welcome back to Light the Path podcast. The last episode that you were on, Pathfinders, you can go back and listen to this one. I believe it was 365 Black, and we talked about just being who we are all the time. It was a dope conversation. Qualon is, to me, a brilliant mind. I think the future is in good hands with you, and so I love to have you on the show, and so thank you so much. This series, everybody, will be called Conversations with Qualon, a 5-part series. You hear me?
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. And I got this idea, Qualon. I was up there running, and I gotta be honest, I get most of my creative downloads when I'm running. So the first mile, I'm sort of like, I don't know if I want to do this. Why am I out here? My brain is thinking about other things that need to be going on right then and there. So that's the first mile. Mile 2, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. And then it's like, oh, I'm not doing this. It's hard. Then I'm like, Lord, I need your help. And then I'm praying, then I'm talking to God. And so then that third mile, I'm just rolling in. Ideas are flowing. I'm feeling good. I'm leaning into it. So it made my heart happy that you were down to do this series. So thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can relate to that. One, thank you for giving me the platform to talk and share. And thank you for all your listeners and viewers for tuning in to Light the Path. And I'm loving hearing that you're out in nature and moving and fitness, because those are all the things that I love to do too. My downloads come in, I'm on my walk. I'll bring my notepad and my pen, because I'm like, there's no telling what's going to come, and I just don't want to miss it. Like,
yes. I like that too. Just, you got to catch it while it's there. And I did an episode the other day. I had a situation going on, and I sort of thought I was doing the right thing by running. But then the next time I ran, God gave me like, oh, you thought you were running from this? You were running from this. And I was like, ooh. And so I ended up recording a podcast with that. But this first episode that I want to talk to you about, Grandma got to get her specs on. Let's see. This one, this is going to be a good first episode. Let's see what I got here written down. Finding Your Voice. Episode 1, Conversation with Qualon. Look, what inspired your upcoming album, and how has your voice evolved over time?
oh, wow. So what inspired this upcoming album? I'll start off with that question. And what inspired it was the initial album that I was on with the Black Man Lab. So Black Man Lab, safe, sacred healing space for Black men. Found out about it right after graduation. Attorney Mawuli Davis came in, or he called into the radio station I was on, and was like, hey, come to the Black Man Lab. What is that? Cool, I'll go. Incredible space. And so just through that time, I'm going, listening, learning. And it was one time I saw he had reached out, put it on social media. Hey, we need some young artists to read this book and create from it. I said, hey, I'm young. I'm an artist. I like creating. I like reading. Let's get it. So I thought I was going to go in there and do poetry. Ended up rapping on 4 of the songs on the We Need You album by the Black Man Lab. So super cool, super fun experience to just be able to see all these other creatives, because we had like spoken word, hip hop, R&B. The cover art was done by young adults. The music videos, all done by young adults here in the greater Atlanta area that read that book as well. And after seeing that, I was like, I really like being in the studio, and I really like creating. I want to do this for myself because I only have features out. I want to put out my own song so people can hear me perform. And so it was actually during COVID. That's when that happened. It's like wintertime, I'm on a road trip and just, it was like, hey, my initials are Qualon Bobbitt or QB, Qualon Bobbitt. This is my first album. Let's make it like, a football theme, be like my rookie season.
Yes.
That way, and it goes through like the highs and lows. I'm like, I like football. And so I'm thinking about like all the different titles. I'm like, oh, this is a football theme. Oh, that's a football bar. But I'm like, I don't want it to be only sports based because there's some people who don't like sports or even know about football or care for it. So it's like there's some high level ones, there's some low level ones, but then there's all different themes. So it's like there's a love song, there's a song to my mama. There's just all kinds of stuff. There's a song called Playing Games, where I'm just trying to see all the different types of games that I can spit. And I'm like, this is fun, this is creative. I like writing, so I was able to get a lot of my creative ideas then. And then it was funny because when you talk about how has my voice evolved over time, I got into the studio and I heard myself back in the headphones and was like, I cannot believe y'all let me walk outside and sound like this. Like, I was like, oh man, I sound weird. My delivery is awkward and strange. Like, my flow is off in my head. I'm still calling myself a poet and a spoken word artist, but I'm trying to rap. And so, like, I'm having like this clash of minds and identities. I'm like, oh man. So all these different things are happening. I'm like, okay. But then when I got more comfortable with saying, hey, yes, I could do poetry. I can also rap. I'm an artist. Like, I don't have to limit myself in that. That helped me be more authentic and genuine in how I'm able to talk and share and present, because I'm like, I'm not a spoken word artist that's trying to rap. I'm not a rapper that's trying to do spoken word. I'm an artist. And like, this piece is now a spoken word. This piece is visual art. This piece is a poem. This piece is a skit. Like, I'm an artist. So that helped me get a little bit more comfortable in knowing that, you don't have to limit yourself. You can do that. You can do all these things. And then also throughout the album working on it, one of my friends, Mark, he's on the album with the Mama I Made It song. He's been in the choir. His name is him over there. Definitely shout him out for sure. Hey, bro. And that's my little brother, brother fam. But you want to say hey on this podcast? I'll see. If he comes over, it's lit. Huh? Oh, that's cool. If you ever get clothes on, we'll be here. All right. But yeah, my friend Mark, that's my brother Jalen. I love him too. I shot them out in the song too. My brothers Jalen, Tylen. But Mark, he's been doing choir and things like that his whole like life because his voice is just incredible. And I know I had found myself in the studio. I'm straining my voice all the time, feeling like I'm trying to project, not necessarily yell, but give like energy and amplify and all these different things. And I'm like running through a bunch of water bottles because I'm straining my throat and stuff like that. And he was like, hey, like speak from the diaphragm, because he was like, he used to be in choir, the only one in the tenor section, and you gotta have the church ladies in the back hear you. And he went to a church, praise and worship is longer than the service. Like,
yes.
So he's like, you gotta project. He's like, that helps you project it, sound louder, and without having to strain your voice more. So that helped me a lot more as well than just being able to find my voice. And then also being at the Black Man Lab and working and helping as the project manager, it went from me just volunteering. I was just like taking notes, and then it went from me taking notes to asking questions, and then not just asking questions, but like asking for help. And that was just the level of vulnerability that I was really learning to tap into a little bit more. And then also, now I went from asking questions, asking for help. I'm also now like offering ideas and solutions, offering help, presenting different things, and so just being able to talk and share with the community has gotten me more comfortable with that as well. And then lastly, I would say definitely shouting out to writing, because it's easier for me to express how I feel writing it, meeting me on this paper, and then I can share it to you because I know it's authentic. If it's just me off the top of my head, sometimes it could be word vomit. It couldn't be the most fullest, authentic, most vulnerable self. But if I had some time to sit and think about it and be like, yeah, this is what it is. Now when I'm talking to share about it, like it's a little bit easier.
I'm glad that you said that about the process, making sure that you write it down. How does your faith show up in your music and your creative process? When you're down with that pen and paper, how does that show up?
Because a lot of times I will walk out there with an empty paper and pen, and I've come back with a whole verse halfway memorized. I don't know, like, who's finna do nothing better than this? Like, what? This is incredible, and I can't wait to go somewhere and like sit down and finish the whole thing because like my handwriting might not be the best because I'm in motion. But it's like I know when I'm thinking about faith and spirituality, um, a lot of times you can't really see a lot of what that looks like, but you still have this faith, you still have this belief, you still know whether it's something that's in the future that's going to happen. You be like, I know this song is going to be fire. I don't even know like the theme or the title of it. I know there's been several pieces that I've written where I've started writing it before I even figured out the title of it. So it's like, but I know it's going to have a title, and I know it's going to be a good one, and it's going to be one that fit, but I don't know what that looks like. And so just with that creativity and with that faith, it's like, hey, the creator's shown me several times I'm here, whether it's like in the grass or in some of the favors of the blessings, or just like the random moments of love and joy, like being able to interact with my brother, and just bring me happiness and joy, and being able to capture that, where it's like, I really love him. I really love my family. So being able to see it in these different ways, where it's like I'm not looking for one specific source for it. It can come from everywhere. It's like just like my pieces and my poems, my muses and my inspiration come from everything. Like I said, it comes from my mama. It comes from grass. It comes from games. It comes from being out with my friends. It comes from freestyling in the car. It comes from other artists, like everything. So it's like not looking for one specific source to come from, knowing that like it's everywhere, and that I have faith that it's gonna come to me because I'm open to it, and I'm gonna receive, I'm gonna give, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. I can't tell you all the time. I don't know the details. A lot of times it's scary because I'm trying to show that I'm confident and that this is gonna work, but I don't even know the details myself. But trust me, like, and lots of times it works out, and even in the times when it doesn't work out per se, it's still like I'm learning something from it. What have people benefited from? How I've benefited from it, and hey, opportunities gonna come up, and now you be like, oh, I thought this was a setback or a failure. It's not. This is actually a blessing. Appreciate you. Thank you for just completely laughing at my plans, because this is so much better than I even expected. So it's like that happens all the time with when I'm writing, when I'm just thinking or praying. So they really go hand in hand when it's like I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out, and it's gonna be better than I expected.
That's real good. That faith and that trust, that is real good. So how do you overcome fear about putting new stuff out, especially with the whole social media world, all the different platforms, people judging, criticizing? How do you overcome fear or doubt when you're putting new music into the world, into this space?
Yeah, that's a excellent question. So I would want to shout out this organization back from when I was at Morehouse and in the AUC. It's this organization called NGAP, Next Great American Poet. It was this incredible collective of artists from Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark, Atlanta, and they were just brilliant. And I was like, at that time, I still was nervous with ever sharing my work. I was just straight love notes in lockers or writing it to myself. Ain't nobody seeing it. But seeing them gave me the confidence to be like, I want to go do an open mic. So I went up there, just finally, I'm reading it out my notebook because it's not memorized. Cool. I'm just glad that I did it and I shared it. And they liked it. And I was like, I appreciate that. And then when I saw other artists, I'm learning from them. They got it memorized. They could use hands and all these different things. I'm like, I want to be able to incorporate that, get the crowd involved and stuff like that, looking at the stage presence aspect of it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get a piece memorized. And I remember I got a piece memorized. I was so nervous to share it that before I went up there, I took my glasses off.
Oh.
And they don't know I can't see.
Yes.
They think I'm making eye contact with everybody. That's cool. I know, like, you could be on the second or the fourth row. Guy, girl, I really don't know if you bald headed or got locks on because everything blurry, I can't see. But only thing I know is this got this memorized. So I'm just gonna like aimlessly look around. Y'all thinking the stage presence awesome. I'm sharing it. They like it. Eventually, they gave me the confidence to look people in the eyes when I'm talking and I'm sharing my pieces now. So it's grown like that. And ask the question one more time.
Yeah, no, you answered that pretty good about having fear to put stuff out into this space, like fear and doubt because of the criticism and stuff like that. But I mean, you pretty much answered the question because
That's definitely something else, though. Yeah.
yeah, it is. I mean, because even though we say, I'm confident, I'm doing this. I mean, but I like how you layered it. First, you said, okay, I'm gonna go up there. That took confidence, right? So you get up there, you had the confidence, but then you took it to the next level. You said, okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on because I'm gonna look at you. So you really showed the progression with how you do it. And so my final question that I want to ask you is, if your album had one message for listeners, what would you want them to walk away with?
Wow. I would say the one message that I want them to walk away with is that being genuine and authentic to yourself is going to create the best product.
Mm, so good. When we're in a society of, I don't want to say copycats, but copycats, right? We're all trying to look alike, sound alike, do this alike. So, ooh, that's real good. Can you tell us the name of it and when the release date is and where we can buy it, find it at?
Yeah, absolutely. So the name is going to be called Rookie Season. And I know I'm going to have it released, I'm thinking sometime later this year. I know I want the first single to come out November 1st. That first single will be called My Time to Shine. I'm really excited for y'all to hear that. That'll be it's the first song that I was able to produce myself. So it's
Mm.
like I didn't play the instruments, but I found the artist who can create that beat. And I made the verses and then the different ad libs and like the different instruments to bring in. And when to add them, when to stop them, and things of that nature. And I was like, this is what producing is. Cool. So that's a song that I'm really excited to say that I was able to produce and just go on there and spit. And it's funny because I was like, at that time, I was like, I don't know how to do any choruses. So what I'm finna give y'all these bars in three different verses, and it's gonna be five. And this is who I am, my introduction to the world, my first single. So I'm really excited to share that. And then the album Rookie Season is going to be coming out. I'm trying to figure out the specific time I want to do it. I'm thinking like maybe during Kwanzaa. Uh, but I'm still trying to figure that out specifically. But definitely, I know the album is going to be out this year.
Very, very cool. Very excited. I can feel the excitement from you, which makes me excited. So that is very contagious. Tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me on social media, Instagram, Qualon underscore is QB. That's QUALON underscore ISQB. That's the same on like TikTok, Facebook is Qualon Bobbitt. And you can find me on the We Need You album by the Black Man Lab. So wherever you're listening to your music at, all your streaming platforms, check us out. Black Man Lab, like boom, Black Man Lab on this shirt. And then We Need You, as in we need you to listen to that album because there's some heat on there, and I'm on some of them songs, and they're not even some of my favorite songs because the whole album that fire. And then yeah, you can find me probably at the Black Man Lab every Mondays, Tuesdays. We got that thing booming here in Atlanta. We're over at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA off of Campbellton Road. And then Tuesdays, we're at a Coma Coffee inside Privy on Stonecrest. So we got that East Point, East Side thing going for y'all. And then every third Thursday at SAE Institute downtown in Atlanta. So we really be all over the city. I'll be all over like wherever you at. Podcast, find me on the Like the Path podcast. So wherever you're listening to your podcast, find me there. Yeah, so that's all I got right now. And be on the lookout for more because I'm trying to be on everywhere. TVs, runways, movies, all that. Because got some light that we trying to shine. What you mean? Like we're trying to light this path and we're trying to show y'all all the pathways. So yeah.
Yes, we're coming from every which way, every direction. Quayla, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Pathfinders, remember that sharing our experiences is not only empowering, it can help light the path.